Hi guys. Welcome. I wanna talk about Lynn and this weapon, right? But first of all, this idea didn't came from me. There was someone in the chat today. I was streaming and I was testing this the whole day. I was testing it for at least 5 hours. So I know what I'm talking about. So David came in with the chat, so thank you David. He said that there's a YouTube video that showcased this. And that's how I found it out as well. It's not from me. I had this weapon already for like 3-4 days. But I wanted to use this for Niffle, right? For Lady Niffle. Because I did some little bit testing. I just hit Entron 6 today. I made her today. But I didn't test enough. So I will do that on another video. But yeah, I want to shout out the guy that found out. It's this video, right? He just explained it while writing. He doesn't talk, but there's some information you might wanna know, because he don't explain everything. He explained everything perfectly, but there's some stuff missing out, if that makes sense. I don't wanna like play him down. He explained everything good. But yeah, I will put this video on my description in the video. Shout out to this guy. Well played, smart guy. And now I explain how it works. So, this weapon, the only reason it works, because even if you change weapon, the saws are still there. So basically, if I go in Q, the stars are still there, right? So that's why it's working. Now I explain why it works. So that's you wanna stack up as much trigger and multi-shot and attack speed. That's the only important part. And then you have, you can make either projectile speed minus or plus. It depends where you use it, because like after I show you boss fight, I explain it while there, this part. And yeah, I have reload speed, because if you don't one-shot him instantly, then you're gonna need some stuff, right? Multi-strike's good. You don't need damage on the weapon, so this is actually perfect. Then you have attack speed as much as possible. Yeah, I have trigger here, I have trigger here, right? So, and then you have on the weapon, on the handling retail, you want trigger, a double attack, and attack speed. That's the optimal. And for attack, I mean, I have a Lynn build. I explained it there most. You can also use Bolt Over if you like, instead of the attack speed, but the rest should stay. So the reason why it works is because Intron 6, right? Everyone knows this. Handling retail is your Q. That's your constant weapon. Inflicts laceration on the target for 8 seconds. But it re-applies if laceration is triggered before, right? So laceration gets, it's very weird written. Every time the enemy takes ranged weapon damage from Lynn, the laceration wound count is increased by 1. Okay? And the laceration, you basically, if you put laceration on, it detonates after 8 seconds, right? And then it makes 455% damage, which is 1384 on my build at the moment. So, but this 8 seconds get decreased by every attack from a ranged weapon from Lynn, right? From any ranged weapon. It's not only her Q. So, but since on your Q you don't have that many attacks like the saw, which you will see in a second, you will trigger laceration very quickly. It's like blowing up all the time. So that's why you wanna have trigger on your weapon. It's very important, this one. It's very important. So, now, also the guy in the video said if you have MC, you have 100% trigger, which is true, but only when she have her ultimate on the ground and you're in the circle. So I was not using MC. Because I have 81% trigger, which is good enough. I used the pig, but I don't have a set out right now on this, right? So I just took her for now. So I go in and explain the fight. So basically you just shoot here, you magazine down, and then you start shooting with your Q. And every laceration is triggering, you see? If you don't use the saws, it looks like this. You know, you trigger the laceration also, but not as fast. You understand? That's a normal damage. But you also lose damage because not having skill damage or attack, you know, when you use the other pistol. Because this one gives you crit damage. But yeah, basically you shoot and then just go instantly in Q, and then you just blow her up. And now I can do it faster.
How pathetic.
That was a 47 seconds while explaining and waiting as well. Now if I do it instantly again and again.
Now I'm mad.
After the saws are not there anymore, but you see the saws are going away from the boss as well. So I was playing with attack speed sometimes on the immersive theater, and it was also good. You can decide to go with the flow, I guess. But yeah, that's basically that's basically the damage, right?
That's it.
Now we end 35 seconds for the Zibbel boss. And I was testing it in the immersive theater we pushed today. I think I tested in here. I was in here on the stream today for at least 4 hours. I was originally at Act 14, but I didn't was in here for a long time. I could have pushed without it as well. But it doesn't work on this boss. You know the 4 legs? The saw doesn't trigger the laceration on his legs. It doesn't, I don't know why, but it doesn't work on this boss. So against this boss we are kinda struggling. But also something to notice, in the maze it doesn't work. Because you will attack so slow. You will attack so slow that it doesn't work. I was testing everything, you know. I bought out everything, so I know I know the maze. I can just show you what I mean by going inside.
Let's go.
So if you do at one boss, you see how slow you attack. Before you have the thingy on the ground, it doesn't even matter because like they run out and you don't have multi shot on the weapon and you don't have attack speed. So it looks like this without wedges. Because in the base wedges don't count, right? So I just want to let you know this. So I hope I covered everything. This weapon I originally took it out from the weekly. It's a weekly weapon. I will quickly tell you where to get it. It's a weekly weapon. But I originally took it out for Lady Nifel. Because on Lady Nifel it's actually pretty good. I didn't test much because I got sidetracked by the Lynn. And yeah, but she needs to be in Tron 6 too, which I have. So I will make a video about that as well. My original reason was I took this weapon out for Lady Nifel. That was my goal. To make her... I think the bow is still better for physically playing, but for AI, this weapon on Lady Nifel probably insane good. But I cannot say for certain because I didn't test it yet. I tested it on Lynn, it's insane strong for bosses. You will lose a lot of damage in waves though, because like you don't crit, right? And it gives you 62 crit damage. My pistol here on Smelting 5 gives me 48 skill damage instead. So on waves you're a bit slower, but it's no problem in the theater. Yeah, I have enough damage with my build at least. For the waves it was never a problem. The only problem is that the boss doesn't accept this weapon on the legs. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, would help me out, and leave a like on this other guy as well, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace, peace, peace. See you next one.